Welcome to the Vikings Now. I am your host, Patrick Seatman, and we're going to be breaking down the Vikings' 13-23 loss against the Denver Broncos in Week 3 of the NFL preseason. And kind of my overall reaction before we really get into the breakdown is preseason's over, and I'm super excited about that because I'm excited to move on to Green Bay in Week 1. But the Vikings did end up losing 23-13 against the Denver Broncos. Kellen Mond played the second half. Sean Mannion got the start and played the whole first half. We're breaking down the running backs, breaking down the tight ends, Nick Muse, Zach Davidson, kind of that battle for the third tight end spot. And then we're also going to be breaking down the injury report because originally at the beginning of the game, Vikings were riddled with injuries, and 4 key names got injured. I'll be breaking that all down soon. But first, my bosses actually told me right before I got live on here and recorded this video, they said, not a chance you can get the 200 likes. I said, I guarantee you, Skull Nation and the Vikings fans will prove you guys wrong. Let's hit the 200 likes on today's video. It's also a great way to kind of get the video out to more and more Vikings fans. YouTube will recognize and see Vikings fans liking this video, and then they'll push it out to more people. So get down there, like the video, and it will really help me out. But anyways, let's get into the injury report first. So T.Y. McGill, he went down with an ankle injury, and this was really disappointing because T.Y. McGill in the first 2 preseason games, he was a monster. He had 3.5 sacks, and I was kind of hoping he would go for the trifecta of 3 really solid preseason games. I really think he has a strong chance to make this roster. He's kind of on the bubble going into preseason, but after the first 2 preseason games, definitely. And now it kind of just sucks that he went out with an ankle injury. But then Troy Dye, he also went out. He was out with a foot injury. And then Jalen Nailor, he got a concussion. Nailor was kind of on the bubble, like really outside of the Vikings roster. He was kind of battling for that last wide receiver 6 position with a couple other guys, and I think this kind of cemented him in not making the roster. But then also our boy Bisi Johnson, who is probably the #1 bubble candidate on making the team and not making the team, he went out, and he had a knee injury, and he didn't play today's game, which was very meaningful reps for Bisi Johnson. And this is overall why I'm okay with resting starters. You know, we saw Sean McVay with the Rams. They've kind of changed the philosophy and changed the outlook on NFL preseason football. And last year, Matt Stafford with the new Los Angeles Rams, learning that whole new offense, he didn't play a snap throughout preseason, and he first game had 156 passer rating and 3 touchdowns. So that's why I'm always okay with not playing the starters. Now first, let's get into my notes from the game against the Denver Broncos. First off, Ty Chandler, man. How could you not be excited about this guy? As he's listed right now as the running back 4 on the depth chart. It's incredible. Ty Chandler, he had 5 carries for 44 yards. His yards per carry has been high throughout the preseason. And I think if you're looking at this depth chart as a whole, this might be one of the most talented running back rooms in the NFL, if not already the best. Going into this preseason, I would probably have the Vikings at a 5 to 10 range of the best running backs. I think they're for sure top 5 and probably top 3. Dalvin Cook, Madison, Kene Nwangwu, and Ty Chandler all have balled out, and really Kene Nwangwu and Ty Chandler have looked really good so far in preseason. Now, number 2, Kellen Mond. His performance against the Denver Broncos, more of the same. Kellen Mond, you know, the funny thing is with his inconsistencies through this preseason, we really got to see them on full display for everybody. I mean, there will be plays where he would be going around, running around outside the pocket, and he'll have a beautiful deep ball like he did down the right sideline, dropping it in the bucket. And then the following play, he'll just sail an out route 5 feet over the guy, over the wide receiver's heads. It's kind of just what we've seen with Kellen Mond. The highs, when you see them, you're like, damn, he could really be something. But then the lows are really, really low. So that's why I'm going to ask you guys this. Get down in the comments. Grade Mond's performance versus the Denver Broncos. A, B, C, D, or F. I'm probably sitting around a C- to C range. Obviously, he wasn't horrible tonight. He was 10 of 17, 100-something yards. But I do think Kellen Mond, his inconsistencies were clear again. Now, probably my favorite note from today. Ryan Wright, our punter, the new punter for the Vikings. Originally going to this game, I thought it was going to be a punt off, but the Vikings ended up cutting the other punter, giving Ryan Wright his first career start in the purple and gold, and he was fantastic. He had 3 punts inside the 20s, and he also had a 68-yard bomb where he just, I mean, he's a 6'3", 245-pound punter. That's the same height and weight as Derrick Henry. He's electric, and I am so excited to watch him punt footballs for the Vikings this year. And if you are too, get down and like this video again. Show Ryan Wright some love on this video because he was fantastic. He was so much fun to watch tonight. You know, he's this big dude. He's got this big cannon of a leg. I absolutely love watching him play or punt the football around. But now we're going to get into our proud sponsor of today's video, Fanatics. And if you guys are showing up week 1, we got the Green Bay Packers in US Bank Stadium. You're going to want to make sure you are rocking your Vikings gear. You can go check out the t-shirt combo. It's on sale at chatsports.com/Vikings combo. The 2 t-shirts right here, actually, in the purple and gray. They're fantastic. You can be rocking those week 1 against the Green Bay Packers. Go to chatsports.com/Vikings combo. Now, my 4th note from the game today, Nick Muse. He just stinks. He played awful tonight. He had a couple bad drops and just missing really simple blocking assignments. We know when the tight end, normally in running plays, if it is an outside zone running concept, the tight end is really the one that's kind of in charge of setting the edge, and he just didn't do that at all. You know, he was a 7th-round pick this year from South Carolina. He was one of Quessie's guys in comparison to Zach Davidson, who was one of Rick Spielman's guys. But honestly, right now, if I'm looking at the tight end 3 spot, I would take a chance on Zach Davidson. You know, he's 6'7", got this huge frame. He had 4 catches for 45 yards tonight. I would take a chance on a guy like that who's kind of got that eye-popping talent and eye-popping ability that Zach Davidson does just because of his pure size, being 6'7", and he moves really well. I would love to take a chance on Zach Davidson over a guy like Nick Muse because, frankly, he wasn't too good today. I thought Nick Muse, just overall, his performance got himself cut from the Vikings roster today. And I do think Zach Davidson, if Irv Smith, yes, he is on track to be back for week 1. But if Zach Davidson, if he can keep kind of developing his game into now year 2 in his NFL career, I think he could be somebody who could be really special. I mean, he could replace that Kyle Rudolph red zone target that the Vikings have had for so many years. That big body where if he has a corner on him, you just throw him up, you throw him the ball to him. Then if he's got the linebacker who may be too slow for him, drops have always been a problem for him, but the reports coming out of training camp, he's really cleared those up. Davidson, he just needs to improve his run blocking. Overall, he's not the best run blocker, but I would overall, my general consensus would be to take a chance on Zach Davidson. Now, my last note from today's game, Greg Joseph, he is back. Greg Joseph, you know, he had a pretty good year last year for the Vikings. I think he hit around 87% of his kicks overall. Obviously, he had that one brutal kick, the game winner against the Arizona Cardinals when the Vikings lost 34-33 last year in week 2. But tonight, he had a 58-yard field goal. Yes, it was in Denver. The altitude plays a factor. I totally get it. But hitting a 58-yarder, no matter where it is incredibly impressive. Greg Joseph, shout out to you. Looked amazing. I actually really, for the first time in a while, I have confidence in the Vikings kicker position. You know, normally in years past with Blair Walsh, Dan Bailey, it was kind of one of those things, even for extra points, we all kind of held our breath a little bit when the ball was being snapped for the field goal kick. But overall, I thought Greg showed up today. But now we're on the Green Bay. The preseason is over. The 3rd and 4th stringers that we've been seeing and been talking about all preseason are done. I'm on the Green Bay. I can't wait to watch Justin Jefferson. I can't wait to watch Dalvin Cook. I can't wait to watch Kirk Cousins play. I'm just excited to see this Kevin O'Connell offense in full effect with all the first stringers out there. And if you made it to the end of today's video, go down in the comments, type FGB, F the Packers. I want to get it going because we are 2 weeks away from week 1 of the NFL season taking place on September 11th. The game starts at 3:25. I cannot wait for it. Anyways, type FGB in the comments. Thank you for watching today's video. Let's go Vikes.